Hello everybody, this is Nindroid here, and today I am going to do something different. Um, I have my a massive box full of anime figures that I've been collecting over the past years. This does not include figures that I have recently, although the Tanjiro is recently, so uh, that would count, but this don't count like non-anime figures, specifically the Star Wars or the Knuckles figure or the Five Nights at Freddy's Chica, but this one counts as all the anime figures. So let's get started with this box. Starting it off with the one you haven't seen on camera. This is the Anime Heroes Bleach White Ichigo figure. I'm impressed with this one. I haven't seen Bleach yet, so don't be in the comments saying go watch Bleach or so. So this is it. This is my Bleach figure, and he's tall. He's practically like tall in the room, but he's not a fully tall figure, not like a 1/6 scale. So there's that. Also, they did put sculpting on his feet because it's always covered. So like when you stand him up and you don't see his feet, because they actually did do that. Nothing under like this part. Of course, I put like tape on here. I put tape on his like sword because it's his hand is a little bit open, a little bit too big for the sword, so I put tape around it so he can grip it good. But overall, this is a very good figure. The eyes are really good on this one too. So this one definitely my favorite. Do a little Vader Force with him. Next up we have Sabo from the Anime Heroes One Piece. A very good figure, I might recall. He's a very good figure. It's just that like I have him displayed with his hands, like with his hand like that, and I gave him his gripping hand with his thing, which I'm not going to do because I like the way how it is. Yeah, I don't see him that much often lately, but yeah, I do, however, see him sometimes in the room. So I'll probably do another room tour sooner or later, but this will be the only one we have. The next one we're looking at, the next one is the Anime Heroes My Hero Academia Bakugo. This is the only My Hero figure I have in the room. I'm trying to find the Deku and the All Might one, as well as trying to buy the SH Figuarts Deku and Bakugo based on the 7th season of My Hero. But so far, this is the only Bakugo I have in my collection right now. So I probably might find the like legend, not legend, SH Figuarts, the SH Figuarts Bakugo. So this is the only one we're gonna have right now for the collection. It's just Bakugo. Next up, we have the Chainsaw Man. I'm not gonna lie, this one is a very good figure representation. Although I had a cousin of mine who tore um, bow his bow tie off, so I have to find a new Chainsaw Man and replace it with a new one. But for right now, this is the only one we'll have to be sticked with. Is a torn bow a bow tie Chainsaw Man. They did recently announced a. They did recently announced a what's it called? Chainsaw Man. They did recently announce a Chainsaw Man Denji for Anime Heroes, and I don't have it yet, so unfortunately, we'll have to find that one sooner or later, and then we'll add it to the collection. Then we'll have a little diorama with Chainsaw Man. So nice. Next up is Tanjiro Kamado from SH Figuarts. This is the recent one that we have in the collection right now. I really am impressed with this one because not only did SH Figuarts, like Bandai, I should say, not the company, not the name, not the brand name, but like if since Bandai were the ones who held all of this, they did a really good job with Tanjiro because not only they gave you a head with the curse mark, but also an option for two different swords. Because I really displayed my Tanjiro with his second blade for the new movie and of course for the new season. So we'll see what happens with Tanjiro and the rest of the Demon Slayer Corps in the new season when it drops soon. Next up, Trafalgar Law from oh shoot, almost fell. Next up, we have Trafalgar Law from the Anime Heroes One Piece. Um, so here we have Anime Heroes One Piece Trafalgar Law, and it's a very good representation of Trafalgar Law. However, there are some delays that I don't like about this figure, personally. Um, he looks just like the figure. Don't get me. He looks just like the character. Don't get me wrong, but it's just his sword right here. It's not literally a. It's not literally painted. It's just a purplish sword, and the hilt's not painted and everything. The only thing that is just this part. But other than that, I really need to get the SHPG Arts one to replace it with this sword. So, probably buy a new one soon. Next up, our first Naruto Anime Heroes figure. That is Anime Heroes Gaara. Now, this one, I really dig Gaara's look in Shippuden, but I don't really like his look in when we first get to see Gaara in the original Naruto show, the 2002 show. Um, even if we did, even if he did got the same look, he did recently get this look he did get this look in Shippuden, but also he actually carried this look into the original show, and it kind of looks similar to it too. But this is the only look we got. I also like how they gave him the sign in here, and then a hollowed out like tube sand. I don't know what you call this, but yeah, they did give him sculpting on the bottom of this too, and there's joints in here too. So when this is over it, it literally looks kind of bad, but overall, at least they gave him sculpting underneath here. So yay, Gaara. Next up, Shanks from Anime Heroes One Piece. I really enjoy Shanks in One Piece, but for this look, it's kind of bland, almost in my opinion. His sword is a little bit flimsy, but I'm gonna have to heat it up or so with something. But overall, it looks like him. Of course, the scar on the eye detail and everything. It's your generic pirate almost. I don't know what to say after this. There's some hair paint on there, and his shoes don't even have any details or not, or his sandals, I should say. Sorry for mispronouncing shoes. Uh, his the man who gave him his Shanks gave him this guy's hat, Monkey D. Luffy. I just like saying that name a lot with him. First off, Monkey D. Luffy, he's not bad of a character. Which I don't like his look when we first get to meet Luffy. But I do like this look a lot because of the open shirt. You get to see his scar, and of course you can put him in different poses. I had him like when I displayed him. I had him like in this pose, but for right now but I just don't have him like that. And of course, they actually locked in with character switch shorts, because look what they did. Not only there's a double jointed knee, but not only they did something like that, but they also pull down the leg, and you do that. I actually did show that in the massive unboxing, which was the first ever video I done, and I did it with this. So it's nice. Next up we have Kakashi Hatake. We'll get to him in a minute, but right here is Kakashi Hatake. This is one of the first action figure unboxing figure along with the Gaara on this channel. So yeah, they did really good with him. They gave him metal paint job on the headband, on the gloves, and I do really need to find the 4th Great Ninja War one where he has his Sharingan eye showing and all. I'm sorry if I keep hitting my camera, but I'm just like standing up and doing this. So, Kakashi, not bad of a character. If I could get like his futuristic self look, I'm talking about Gojo Satoru from Jujutsu Kaisen. If I get that figure sooner or later, I'll do a little comparison or a little side to side look. Then yeah. But for right now, Kakashi. Next up, we got Ace, the fireman, the pyro. Now, he's not bad of a figure, but from proportions of his like anime look style, yeah, I actually have him displayed in the room with his hand like that. That's how have him displayed like. So, and of course he does have the feature pulling out his legs. They actually clip whenever you pull them out. So yeah, it's Ace. Nothing to say about him other than he has good paint detail with the tattoo, this back here, and good. I don't know if you guys. Sorry about that. It's out of frame, but the good like detailing on that with Ace. It's Ace. Let's see. I haven't even shown. I don't know if I did show these ones on video or not, but this is Ultimate Legends. Not Tanjiro. Sorry, Naruto Uzumaki from the 4th Great Ninja War, also known as Battle Damaged Naruto. There are some things I like to say about this. For one, it's very small compared to anime heroes, because like here he is next to Naruto and the anime heroes. They're small and everything, and I guess you can say they're small if you compare them to like bigger size figures. But yeah, and they got limited articulation. For instance, no double jointed elbows, just that. And then no double joint. I guess you can say double jointed, even though it's one big knee joint. So yeah, literally thought they forgot about his whiskers, but no, they didn't. Also, yeah, he does have this Rasengan hand without no Rasengan, so that's a little like a bit mad. They made a figure with the Rasengan hand, but no Rasengan. It's crazy. And while we're on Naruto, here is Naruto in anime hero form. It's a very good figure. It's a clean, detailed figure with everything that you expect to have on Naruto. The kunai, the jutsu hand, and I don't have this Rasengan hand on right now, so apparently I'll find the Rasengan soon. But yeah, a very generic ninja, the man who became Hokage and married Hinata. And we're on that topic. We're going to bring in Sasuke Uchiha in Ultimate Legend form. So this is the same height, and there goes his arm. He's the same height as Ultimate Legend Naruto, and I like this little detail with them, the Rasengan eye and the Mangekyo Sharingan eye. Did I say Rasengan eye? Sharingan eye, I mean. So yeah. Very small, his arms would fall off easily, like you just saw. He's very small. I guess you can say a medium size, like a kid average size. Yep, it's small, but still. I mean, it's a very good figure. They gave him the Uchiha symbol, which they never forget when it comes to Uchiha characters like this. And this mole, and this huge mole line down the head for some reason. I don't know why they do this with Uchiha characters in general. While we're on Sasuke, here is Anime Hero Sasuke. I gave him his sword. I like his grass cutter blade. And it's a little bit bent, so I had to bend it back. But he's a good figure. They did release another version of this with the Sharingan Eye, but you have to get it in a 2-pack with either Naruto or his brother Itachi. It might be sneaking. And then Uchiha symbol, which this red, I don't know, it's just me, or the red might be a little bit darker compared to this. I don't know. You guys tell me in the comments. But overall, Sasuke. And of course, no Ultimate Legends for Sakura. So here is Sakura right now. One of my first ever figures that I own. This one would be Sakura. So this was the first Anime Hero figure I own because I wanted to start collecting them. And she's not bad. You can actually see where it's like this, the Harano symbol and everything. So she was the first one that I owned because I liked the Naruto figures, but I never liked her. I never liked Sakura. But soon after, I started liking the figure because of her, like how she was like a little aggressive to Naruto and everything. But overall, it's Sakura, the girl who does like some healing jutsu and punches things. Tengen Uzui. Here we go. Tengen Uzui. Also one of the first, I guess you could say he was the first, but no, I had a Tanjiro before this, and I had a Zenitsu, which I forgot to add Zenitsu in this box, so please forget me. So, Tengen Uzui, one of my favorite Hashiras. He's a very funny in some ways, but others, he's just like, you're not being flashy and everything. Like, he's that type of guy. I'm just gonna say, he's that type of guy. But other than that, I like the swords in here. But for some reason, when I got this figure, this arm was loose. And I don't know why, but it was loose. So I just probably might need to do something about that. So there's that. And now we're down to the 3 figures. Those being Daima Goku, Daima Vegeta, and Dragon Ball Super Trunks. Not to be confused with Dragon Ball Z Trunks, because they wore different outfits. They're the same character, but not this. But they're a different clothing outfits. So they're basically the same character, except this one is based on the super look and not his like generic one. Also, this was the first Dragon Ball figure that I own, so you can probably tell he's a little bit like messed up and everything. You can see the paint starting to come off from this, and then there's some paint trying to chip off from there, which is, you guys can tell that this was my first Dragon Ball figure. But yeah, Trunks is my favorite because he has a sword. I like characters with swords, so yeah, there's something you might know about me. I like characters and swords. So there is Trunks. Now let's get out Daima Goku. I'm not gonna lie, this figure is a hand size. Like, look at that in my hand with Goku. He's a very good figure. I have him displayed like this on my shelf. So that's the look that I get with him. And since I don't have SH Figuarts one where they gave you an option with the skirt part, I have to display him like that. And I probably might change out his display look with this out. And yes, you can pull that out and put it back in. So yeah, there's Goku. And now for this, here is my hand compared to this, because look how small Vegeta is. Like, without his hair, here's what he looks like in my hand. His hair could be long and everything, but yeah. This is Daima Vegeta. SH Figuarts one they had released. Um, I would say this one's a little bit bigger compared to SH Figuarts one, even though it's literally the same figure, except SH Figuarts would make their figures a little bit more like same scale with other figures. Like, let me grab the Tanjiro real quick. So here's the Tanjiro, and here's this one. You can see it's literally it's literally a little bit bigger, but if you get SH Figuarts, Vegeta and Goku, they're literally like small compared to this Tanjiro. So yeah, he's a good figure. He's very good to pose and all because of how like he's not as bulky and like hard to pose compared to Goku here. So he's a very good figure. I would recommend to buy this one. I recommend to buy this Vegeta, but if you don't want to buy this Vegeta, oh, by the way, about this figure again, I would recommend to buy this uh, Vegeta. So there's that for y'all. And she just ruined my box. Great. I had to move in my room because my little sister was like messing up everything. But anyways, that's gonna be it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. If there's any specific figure that you like in this collection, comment down below what it is. Also, I have a Discord. Hang on. Also, I have a Discord in case you want to join. I'll put the link in the description. Also, I have a TikTok too, so make sure to go check that out too. Link will also be in the description. I would make videos using these, so that's all for that. And of course, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, whatever. Do the YouTube things. And yeah, so that's all I have to say. This is Nindroid. See you all in the next one. Peace. Also, real quick, since I did promise everybody about this Mandalorian or Boba Fett model kit that it would be built, I would do a YouTube short on it. Well, there's what it looks like. It's a fully completed one to build. This one was fully completed to build. So that's the model kit Boba Fett. I might have to go in there and just like weather it up, give it some color and stuff. But yeah, there's Boba Fett for y'all.